Hey, what's up, y'all? Been a little bit since I have been on here. Mid-May on the flower farm. Things are starting to get rocking and rolling, putting gardens in, prepping gardens, harvesting. It's like Jen's back here behind me. We're harvesting right now. Let's go check out what she's doing.
This is where we're going to be starting this morning, in the apple mint forest. You can see my roses. They're basically just barely peeking out the top because the mint's choking them out, but I'm going to come in and maybe cut around the roses and get some of that mint out.
What you got there, hon?
Apple mint.
Apple mint.
Yeah, I think we need probably 7 buckets of it. What do you think?
Yep. I think I might back this Kubota up into the shade.
Oh yeah, they definitely need to be kept in shade.
Yeah. So your flower farmer tip of the day, apple mint is where it's at as far as bouquet greenery.
Yeah, I wanted to show you this. It's like 36 inches tall.
Huge, yeah, huge
Right.
Blooms.
Yeah. I can use this either in a bouquet or we can cut it down and use it in our little wrapped jars too, so either way. So I want to get 7 buckets of this. And then we actually have an order to fill for tomorrow for Better Homes and Gardens too. I didn't tell you this, but I need to cut some peonies and some clematis and a few other little special things for her. So we'll have that. Getting market prep, and then I actually have bouquets to take to Des Moines Mercantile. So we're back in our hustle again.
Here we go.
Let's do this.
Also with apple mint, it needs to be cut early morning. We're probably starting to push it here as the sun comes up, but early in the morning. If you cut this midday, it'll just wilt almost immediately and you'll be without mint.
It's hard to decide where to start, right? Like,
I know, it's just such a gorgeous patch of mint. Like, mint is invasive, but we will cut all of this out. So we take the invasiveness of mint as a challenge.
And
we need all this mint. We need more.
Hold on, and we would rather have mint growing than weeds. I mean, there still are a few weeds in there, but it's better this than just, weeds everywhere.
If this wasn't mint, it would be ragweed.
Right. Okay. Show everyone how you harvest
We
the
have
mint.
this awesome serrated sickle. A little bit rusty from last year.
Hey, whatever.
What else?
Okay.
You just take handfuls and
Take a big bunch. Oh, here we go.
don't cut your finger off. So you can harvest quite a few stems in, 5 seconds?
I know, really good. Okay.
I'm going to go get this in the bucket.
It has to immediately go in the bucket in the shade.
Yes.
After we're sitting here and harvesting, we're going to take this immediately up into our little shop area right behind Adam there. We know we have to get this into a cool place, get it conditioning before we start to use it tomorrow morning for bouquet making.
We got a decent amount of mint to start. Jen's gonna tootle it up to the garage here so we can get it inside and conditioning. Let's head out and cut more flowers.
Beautiful.
Yeah, we have this gorgeous allium.
Nepeta.
The cat mint, Nepeta, as Jen said. Those irises are totally ready to bloom. This is like exactly in front of our house, but everything's a cutting garden here.
Fair game.
Everything's a cutting garden.
And I found out we just have to do more bouquets. Are you ready for this?
No.
We have to do bouquets for Gateway Market, so that'll be fun.
No.
I guess customers have been coming in asking where the bouquets are, and we need to deliver. It's time, hon. We're officially bouquet making and back into the flower hustle again.
We got our companion hanging out with us today. It says Kira, or Tiny Fun Dip, Tiny Town, all sorts of crazy names. Baby. We have about 1,000 nicknames for every cat here. Okay, Jen's insisting we cut these columbine.
We have to. This is part of the deliverable for Better Homes and Gardens.
Yeah,
so.
I just think they're so ugly.
What? They're gorgeous.
I mean, beautiful in the landscape, but they look just kind of ugly and raggedy to me in a bouquet. It's personal opinion.
Oh my gosh. And usually I would take the sickle. What do you call it? Sickle?
Sickle.
I'd take the sickle in and just harvest them, but there's some babies on here that are not ready to harvest yet, and I'm gonna need them.
Yeah.
I feel like this is the time of year, everything's blooming all at once, and then I have this feeling like we're not gonna have some flowers for a while just because everything's blooming right now.
Yeah, there's the spring flowers, then there's that like weird gap.
There's gonna be a lull
before summer flowers, and you're like, you got things you're leaning on like snapdragons. So just like, oh, do you like a snapdragon?
Straight snapdragon bouquets. It's okay.
But
hey, I want to know. Do y'all like Columbine like I do, or are you more in Adam's camp and just kind of find it Uggs to the bugs? I think it's incredible. It's so cool.
I mean, it's great. The pollinators like it. The hummingbirds love it.
They love it.
I love, after the quiet of winter, using my Merlin Bird ID app to listen to what birds are coming and going. And as soon as I hear those orioles, I start to get jelly out. And they have been back on it, eating it like crazy. This is one of our other little companions today. This is Pancake, also known as Tiny Big Man Jr.
I call him Wubba or Tuck.
Yep, but mostly Tiny Big Man Jr. And now we got a big guy coming in, the biggest guy, Chubby. Emu Jr.
Adam's cutting the iris, and a lot of people don't know. You know.
What do I know?
When to cut these iris. Show it.
Cut them closed.
Yeah, this is it. Well, they're peeled back.
Yeah.
So where you see it peeled back there, that means that these are going to end up opening. But this is, for a flower farmer, this is when we harvest iris, is when they're closed.
As a general rule of thumb, your spring flowers like irises, peonies, all these things ideally get cut when they're closed because they'll continue to open. Whereas summer flowers like your zinnias, your celosias, pretty much everything except sunflowers need to be harvested when they're mature. So harvested immature in the spring, mature in the summer.
Okay, get those puppies into the bucket. Smells like licorice. These peach iris were hiding, but we found them. Peach. And my favorite, right here. I cannot remember the name of this. I'm gonna have to look it up. It is so gorgeous.
I don't know where you find these cool colors, but peach,
Iris
brown,
junkie.
like, is that brown one? It's kind of like brown.
It's orange, actually.
Oh.
Really weird color, but very unique.
Very awesome. Oh, I see one more.
It's like a terracotta color. Oh, one more peach. Get it. But I actually found it at Farmer's Market in Des Moines. People were selling iris starts, and I just scooped them right up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so much fun. Oh, there's a black one, too.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah. This is the Wildflower patch, and these are daisies, and they're so beautiful. I don't know how this happens, but every year the salvia blooms all at once.
Hey, you can never have enough salvia.
You know how no, look at it, it's stunning. The only thing is people usually think it's lavender because it's purple. And I'm like, it's not lavender.
But it is a fantastic addition to spring bouquets. That purple is just something else.
And it's like what we were talking about with snapdragons, just bundling it and putting it in a big bouquet just by itself.
Yep.
It's stunning. Or we'll try to pop in a few pieces of wheat. And this with wheat, we call them boho bouquets, and they fly, right?
Right.
So you got to know how to work with, if you have an overabundance, how you're going to work with it.
And I see a bunch of baptisia behind you. And what is that African daisy way back there? Those are the white things?
Pincushion.
Pincushion. Oh,
Yep.
okay. Never mind.
Yeah, but we should still use the pincushion. It smells so good. And this is actually its first year blooming. Last year we planted it, it bloomed this year, and I'm really excited for that. We have a few delphinium blooming. We have these gorgeous lupins, which everybody has been obsessed with. We planted it for the first time last year, and this is its first year in bloom.
Wow.
So it is really overperforming. The only thing I'm disappointed about is all the grasses, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to come in here and do some serious weeding.
Yeah.
I just feel like we can't avoid the grasses that are in here and the binder weeds. So we're gonna have to do a once over of all these and get all that stuff out of here. But I'm excited to harvest these out. They're gonna go in bouquets for this weekend, and people have been obsessed with them.
What we do to harvest this is we use the sickle also, just because it's so prolific. We don't have to be picky and pick each one. We have more than we need, which is great.
Let me get a close up here. Okay, slowly.
And a huge handful just in one cut. I probably got 60, 70 stems just in this one cut. And it looks like I have about 100,000 stems.
We'll use some for this weekend and some for next weekend, but
Yeah, the beauty of this is that it has a decent bloom time. So we can harvest it this week, harvest a bunch and get it in the cooler for different work this week, and also come and harvest it next week, because it's going to be probably in its prime. It's just starting to bloom now. It'll be in its prime next week.
okay, lupins next. We're gonna harvest as many stems as we can. We're gonna leave some stems for seed. Like this one's really too far gone. I'm not gonna harvest this. I'm gonna let it go to seed, and I'm going to mark it with a little marker so that I remember I'm gonna collect seed off this guy. But you can see how much the bees love it. The little bees are on it, loading up. Their little saddle bags are full of pollen.
They're little pollen pants.
Yep, you should, yeah, oh my gosh. They're completely full. Ooh, let's look at that color.
Yeah, it's like lavender almost.
It is. Oh, stunning. My favorite are the pink and peach. Do you like those too?
Yeah, I actually like all the colors of the lupin. It's really nice. You got there some gorgeous baptisia.
Yeah, a couple different colors. There's dark purple and lavender, it looks like. Adam does not like baptisia.
It's okay. The baptisia greenery is excellent.
It's where it's at, for sure.
It's where it's at.
We have a chicken stowaway. Look at this. She thinks we have all the good food.
Yeah.
Wherever the humans are.
That's what we got so far. Actually, I need to take this up to the shop.
Yeah, let's go.
I got us unloaded, and we're gonna go back for more. I think Jen is down in our little wildflower. Oh, she's already got them.
Not all of them.
We've been expanding our wildflower patches. You know, I started with singular varieties, and now I'm doing some mixes, and this was actually a nice surprise. The Shasta daisies. Beautiful along the roadside.
Adam kept threatening me not to mow it.
Yeah, Jen didn't realize what it was.
I didn't. I thought it was a noxious weed that needed to go.
This is my little driveway wildflower patch, and there's a lot of flowers like right here. This is all like bachelor's buttons starting to pop up, and I don't know how this happened. This is kind of on the edge of where I planted, but whatever. I think it's absolutely gorgeous and amazing, and I can't wait till the whole thing's blooming. I did a long one way down the driveway there, so I can't wait to see it. It's gonna be beautiful. Jen getting some Shasta daisies harvested. We always park this thing in the shade whenever we can, and y'all might notice, I don't know if you've ever seen in our other videos, our Toyota Matrix, or the Matrux that we would call it. That was our farm mobile, our flower getter. Well, our son wrecked it over the winter time. So we had to do something. So we got this little thing, and what was nice about the Matrix is it had a top, so the flowers were always in the shade whenever we parked. even though we were trying to park it in the shade wherever we can, it was nice that at least the inside of it was shaded. And this thing, of course, doesn't have anything, but I'm gonna get a piece of shade cloth. And there's two little like things where I could just make a bracket in the back and shade over the whole top, so we can keep this thing shaded, keep the flowers shaded as much as we can. But this is something we've actually talked about for over a decade of kind of needing on the farm, and we just didn't do it because we had the Matrix. The Matrix was awesome. Actually, we missed the Matrix so much that we're talking about we want to buy another Matrix for the farm. Hatchback.
Another thing that we check on every single day this time of year is the Peonies. You can see we have some coral charm that's ready. I have been coming in every single day and harvesting. Oh, you got thrown out the pennycress. I've been coming in every single day and harvesting peonies and bearded iris.
And sometimes multiple times a day. Like, we'll cut all these, and by this afternoon,
oh, more will be ready for sure.
Jen just cut a bunch, all of them yesterday evening, and look, there's already some coral charm. Like,
yep, let's grab them. For those of you who don't know, you harvest them at this stage where they're like a little, they're still closed, but you squeeze it and it feels like a marshmallow. So this is perfect and ready to harvest.
The perfect harvest time right there.
And Adam is stripping them in here, but I have been trying not to strip my peonies in here.
I will not do it.
Yeah, I'm trying to prevent disease. So I have been cutting them, taking them in and stripping them up in the barn. I think this one's name is Sunny Girl, but I'm not positive on that. It is so gorgeous. Look. Or this is Sunny Girl. That other one was something else. Maybe something chiffon? I don't know. This is so beautiful. This is where our dahlias are going to go, but right now it's in cover crop, and the cover crop gave us a nice little gift. These beautiful little yellow flowers. These are what?
Radishes?
I always want to say turnips. They're radishes, and they have a really pretty bloom that will go in bouquets, and they just look so springy and beautiful.
A cool thing that's happening this year is we are adding more lavender. See our lavender over there? So this is going to be a continuation of more lavender. This was dahlias last year, and this is going to be converted into a permanent lavender bed. All right, y'all, that's a bit of what we got going on around here on the farm right now. Just give y'all a little taste. I think I need to get back to work and do some tractor work. If y'all enjoyed this video, please subscribe and give us a like while you're at it. It really does help the channel out so much. And I want to give a big, huge shout out to our patrons. We really appreciate y'all. We'll see y'all next time.